Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners and hi to any newbies. It's so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So you have clicked on today for the final part of the first 3 in Glasses cowl. And I say the first because I am pretty sure that me and my wonderful friends who have hosted this crochet along will be back at some point for another in the future. No plans as yet, nothing set in stone, but the door has been left open. So if you have been following along, you will know that this crochet along was hosted by myself, the beautiful Amanda over at Obsessive Crochet Lady, and the equally beautiful Rebecca over at Suricata Crafts. Now, I will leave both those ladies' channels down below, and if you still haven't headed over there, guys, please do check out their channels, watch some of their videos, throw some yarn in their window, which means subscribe, and leave a few thummies and comments along the way. I would really appreciate it if you could love and support on my friends. So what did we do for this crochet along? Well, there is a whole playlist here on my channel, and the other ladies have playlists on theirs also where you can see everybody's videos. But we each picked a pattern. We came on and did a video each on our channel showcasing the pattern that we had picked, and we left it up to you guys to vote which shawl pattern we would end up doing. Now, the winning shawl pattern was the lovely Rebecca's, and she had picked the Bella Vita shawl by Wilma Westenberg. Now, I paid for the PDF, I supported the designer, I paid for the pattern, but all of the patterns we chose, there was a free version available to you, and for one final time I will link the free pattern below, and I will just like to say that it is on a blog post, therefore there are ads in between, but it is free for you, or like me, you could go over and buy the PDF. Now, the Bella Vita shawl looks like this. And we each started to get making, and we invited you all along for the journey with us. And there were several of you that did, and that just makes my heart oh so happy that a few of you, well, quite a few of you, felt it in your hearts to join in along and do this with us. It was absolutely amazing. I have absolutely loved seeing everyone's progress along the way, and I absolutely loved seeing the little montage slideshow that Rebecca did on our live this previous Saturday. So if you did come to the live, you will have already seen the end result for me, but if you didn't, this is your chance. So please do head over to Rebecca's channel when she gets her video up, because she will be showcasing everybody's makes that submitted pictures. Yeah, it's been really lovely, and of course working with two of my bestest friends meant that this crochet along was a lot of fun and it was super enjoyable. So like I said, I bought the PDF and I grabbed this yarn off of my shelf. It is the Universe Christmas by Hobie, if my camera wants to focus. No, wants to stay fuzzy. Okay, and it was in the colour 24. There we go. So the Universe Christmas. Now this was a lightweight one, 100 grams or 3.5 ounces, 462 meters or 505 yards. It is 98% acrylic and 2% polyester. Wash up to 30 degrees. Do not bleach, do not iron. You can dry clean, do not tumble, and lay flat to dry. And I have two of them, which you can see I have the ball bands for. Now, when I first started doing this project, bearing in mind, because myself and the other two ladies have a very busy life outside of YouTube, we decided to give ourselves goals to shoot for along the way. We knew that we wanted this to run for 2 months. It started on the 1st of June and it finished on the 31st of July. We decided to split it up into chunks so that we knew that we would get regular progress videos out to you along the way so that you could see how we were doing with making them up. And so that we weren't so pressured with all our outside real life things going on. So it was down to me to make the chunks, which was fine. But looking back, if we do this again, we are going to have to reevaluate maybe how long we do the project and how many chunks we do at a time. This is the first official crochet along that I have really been involved with, apart from the Manfa collaboration that I did, and that wasn't really a crochet along, that was between myself and another beautiful friend of mine. So this is the first kind of official crochet along that I have helped to host and organise and set up and do the parameters for. So there has been a lot of learning along the way, and there are things that I will change and the girls would like to change if we do it again. So all of that to say, when I grabbed this off of the shelf, I decided to use my 4mm. No, I didn't. I used the recommended hook size in here, which was, bear with me guys, bear with me, because my pattern is all mixed up and I can't find the next page. Of course I can't. Here it is, 3.5mm. So I started it with the 3.5mm and I really wasn't liking how the fabric was working up. So I went up to a 4. Now I started using the 4 and I still wasn't overly happy with how the fabric worked up, and I'm still not. However, I didn't want to frog back for a second time, so I stuck with it. So I used my 4mm Clover and More. Again, if my camera would like to focus, come on. There we go, 4mm, and it is my Clover. And also, this is the first time I have used the Universe, and it is just the Universe. Hobie do a Universe XL, which is a heavier weight, but this is the super fine weight #1, just Universe. I have never used it before, and to be perfectly honest, I don't think I will be purchasing more, and this was gifted to me. Because you can really feel the sparkle. It is a little scratchy, it is a little rough on your hands, and for me, this is just my opinion. Some of you may really love the yarn, but for me it was not something that I really wanted to pick up and work on. It kind of put me off a little bit. Now, I did the first section. I wasn't happy with how the drape was, how the fabric was working up, and again, like I said, I didn't really enjoy working with the yarn, so I thought, you know what, this won't have a home to go to either when it's completed, so let me pick something off of my shelves that I am going to enjoy working on. I do love, and I will show that one after this one. So I started a second one, which you will see a bit later. And the second one, I increased the hook size, and I'll give you all the stats on that, and it worked up much better, and I really enjoyed it, and I knew that it would have a home to go to once it was completed. So this Christmas one took a bit of a back seat along the way because I wanted to concentrate on the one that did have a home to go to, because it will be a hug for one of my lovely yarny friends. So I thought, at least if I complete that one, then, you know, when I gift it, it has a purpose, and it just felt more, I just wanted to get that one done over the Christmas one, but I knew I wanted to complete the Christmas one as well. So, long story short, this one had a few bumps along the road. If I did it again, I would definitely increase my hook size, and I would buy more yarn, because 2 cakes was not enough, guys. This is all I had left. It looks like quite a bit, but it really wouldn't have done another row. So actually, when I show you this shawl, please bear in mind that I had to not do 6 rows. 6 rows are missing from the completed shawl because this would not have done 6 rows, and I do not believe it would even do 1 row. So this will be going in my scrap stash. But here is the Christmas one. It is small and it would probably be better worn front facing, like a neckerchief or a shawlette. But here it is. So this one is 6 rows short because I would not have got the border done. There is a close-up of the border there, and as you can see, it is super sparkly, it is super twinkly, and it is very festive and very appropriate for Christmas. So it looks lovely, but I did not like working up this yarn. So what I mean by wearing it front facing is I would wear it this way under my coat at winter time in the holiday season, like this, to keep my neck warm, and you would still get some of the, and dressing yourself in a camera that's mirrored and left is right is really difficult, so I do apologise, but I would wear it more this way rather than a traditional shawl down the back. So this is my Christmas one. I ran out of yarn. It is 6 rows short, but it is done, and it will add a nice little festive touch to my outfits in the winter. So I did get it done minus the 6 rows. Now the pattern itself is suitable for a beginner because that was one of the prerequisites that we had, that if we were going to do a crochet along, it needed to be accessible to as many people as possible. So we did all pick beginner friendly patterns. This is beginner friendly, but for me, I found it a little monotonous, but it might have been that I also had another shawl that I was working on alongside these two. And also within the pattern, it tells you to go back to row 14, go back to row 20, go back to this, go back to that. So there was a lot of backwards and forwards between the pages of the patterns, which got a little frustrating towards the end. And also towards the end, the rows got up to over 300, maybe even 400 stitches. So they were very long rows or rounds to get through towards the end. So I was very pleased when I eventually got these off my hook. And that is just my honesty. It is a beautiful pattern. It is gorgeous. And I think if I didn't have other shawls alongside it, and if I wasn't doing 2 of the same simultaneously, I might have enjoyed it a little better. So that is my fault. That is not Wilma Westenberg's fault. But I just need to give you my honest opinions. So that is the Christmas one. 4mm Clover and More, 2 of the Hobie Universe. Didn't really enjoy the yarn, and it was 6 rows short. Now the second one that I decided to do went a little smoother. For this one, because I knew the fabric was a little bit too dense and I wanted it more drapey, I decided to use my 5mm dots. And I did have 2 of the strolls on my shelf in my stash. And as you can see, they are fingering weight, and these are from Knit Picks. These were gifted to me as well. They are a super fine number 1, 75% fine superwash merino wool and 25% nylon, machine wash cold, tumble dry low, and they are made in Peru. Now I started off using the colourway 27381. So let's get showing. So here we go. There we have it. There is the Beautimus, really big, really drapey, really lovely pink version that I did. I also, along the way, asked your advice of how I should put the second cake in, and the majority of you voted that I go from the outside and put the rest of this light pink in, and go the opposite way to how I started. And I am glad that I did that, because it gives this really nice wide band in the middle, and it borders it nicely at the bottom. However, the further I got into this, the more I realised I was going to run out of yarn again. Manfa did not calculate yardage, and I used a much bigger hook than the pattern suggested, so I came into a few problems. Now, thankfully, I had another 2 stroll cakes on my shelf. This one actually has a BFF down there, I've just noticed. Let me see if it will focus. Come on. BFF. Whereas this one has double Dutch gradient, so maybe that is the colourway. So I pulled off the double Dutch gradient. All the same stats as before, but a completely different colourway. Now, this colourway has yellows, oranges, and then a darker pink on the outside. Now, this just has a smidgy little bit of that dark pink on the outside. So I used all of the pink from this one, because as you can see, it's more of an orange, and the pink that is left would not have done a row. So I have all of the centre of this stroll left, and I have all of this stroll left, because I needed the pink to finish off. So these again will go into my scrap bin, and you will probably see them in other projects along the way. So I needed to pinch a smidgy bit of yarn from them, because if I hold it up again, guys, you will see that the border and the few rows before the border are a much deeper pink than the pink above. But on this one, you can see the border a little better. And I did manage to do every single row of the pattern. So this one is absolutely correct. The right number of rows, the right number of stitches, and is bigger, drapier, and more beautiful, in my opinion. And this one will be gifted to a yarny friend of mine as a hug, and I hope she really, really enjoys it. A lot of love went into this, and it can be used as the traditional drape around your back style shawl. So there we have it, guys. 2 Bella Vita shawls, 1 with missing rows, 1 completed. 1 using a 4mm, 1 using a 5mm. Ran out of yarn on both, but managed to fix it with one, but not the other. So, a little bit of a saga, but it wouldn't be Manfa if there wasn't a little bit of drama, right? So, guys, once again, thank you so much to each and every one of you that joined in and took part. Your love and support means the world to me and the other ladies. Thank you so much to those that have managed to complete and send photos for the slideshow. Please do go and check out Amanda and Rebecca, not just for this Crochet Along, but for their other wonderful content as well. They are trying to grow their channels. Massive thank you to Rebecca and Amanda for joining me in this Cal. It has been super fun. I hope to do another with you in the future. I might need a little bit of a break before we go again, but I am more than happy to see where the next 3 in Glasses adventure takes us. Thank you to each and every one of you of cheering us along the way, joining in if you did, or just watching our videos and supporting us how you can. All of you who voted for the pattern to win, just if you have done anything to do with this Cal, thank you so much. Because without your views and your support, it would be pointless doing a Crochet Along to begin with. I love this fibre community. I love the 2 ladies that I did this with, and I love each and every one of you for watching, cheerleading, or creating alongside. So you guys deserve a massive round of applause and a massive thank you as well. Rebecca and Amanda, I love you to pieces. I always will, and we will do this again at some point. So For now, the 3 in glasses is done and dusted, but we will come back anyway. Until then, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one or around the YouTube streets. Bye guys, love you loads.